Cardano ADA outpacing the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Could we be on the verge of seeing Cardano ADA exceed $1? Let's get to it. Let's go. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. The total market cap of crypto globally is up 1.97% in the past 24 hours and now sits at $3.74 trillion. Now, I have been saying for some time that the altcoins that I expect to do really well were the likes of Cardano, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, just purely because of the ETF plays. But I think that, there's been a lot of people talking about, Dino coins not doing well and all of that. We've been very, very accurate with our predictions, but that doesn't guarantee future predictions, and investing in crypto is super risky. So, go away, do your own research and never invest more than you're willing to lose, because you could lose all of your money. But Bitcoin right now is hovering just below $120,000. Mind blowing, right? I mean, I was picking this up at $15,836 a few years back. And look, if you were following along with my buys in the free Discord, I think you'd be pretty happy right now. But yeah, Bitcoin is at 119,898. It's up 9.52%. Ethereum up 16.61%. XRP up 28.58% in the last 7 days. Dogecoin up 16.31%. But Cardano outperforming all of these altcoins, up over 29% in the last 7 days and up 6.06% today. Is at 76 cent 11. And this is what the articles are saying, right? They're talking about the fact that Cardano ADA surges 15% in 48 hours, outpacing top 10 coins. It says here, coins, including Bitcoin. It's performed better than Bitcoin in the last 7 days, right? So this is the stuff that doesn't get called out. It's the stuff that a lot of these big influential crypto influencers talk about Bitcoin. They forget that there are pockets of altcoins that do outperform, and this nonsense going around the altcoins are diluted because there's now millions and millions of altcoins. It isn't actually factually accurate. And I've even called people out live on stage in front of their peers because they're saying this nonsense that they haven't actually gone away and done any research on themselves. They're just spouting the same information that others are saying, right, without actually doing any research. And you've got to be careful in this space, who you listen to, because people will tell you lies like altcoins are diluted. Just because there's a lot of altcoins doesn't mean that it's diluting the market. Not all altcoins are built the same, and I say this a lot because a lot of people don't just not getting it. Most of the liquidity is in the top 200 altcoins, and you can see this by just looking at market cap, right? That is where the money is. It hasn't really shifted an awful lot. So look, we've got Cardano ADA could break $1 on whale support and ETF expectations. This is according to an article here on BitGet. Now, if you do want to trade, we do have some affiliate links where we do earn some kickback from. Do check that out in the description of the video. There are some sign-up bonuses and stuff like that. But again, like I say, do your own research before signing up and make sure that you never trade more than you're willing to lose, because obviously everything in crypto is risky, right? And nothing is guaranteed in crypto. But Cardano ADA rises 15% and leads gains among major cryptocurrencies. Major investors accumulated over $71 million in Cardano ADA, and Cardano 𝗕𝗓 ETF probability hits 89% in market forecasts. So look, these are the major headlines. These are the bits that I think people need to be aware of. This is the information that I've been trying to illustrate in all of these videos on YouTube. So definitely worth digging into the information and doing your own research as well, for sure. And we've also got Cardano being called out by you today. Is $1.20 next? And look, you've got to kind of break down the details here. We've got Ali on Twitter. Cardano 𝗕𝗓 is breaking through key resistance levels, opening the door for a rally to anywhere between 90 cents to $1.20. Now, look, I personally don't think that it's unrealistic to expect a $1.20 Cardano 𝗕𝗓. We've been at all-time highs of over $3, so I don't think it's unrealistic, and I do expect a new all-time high. I've talked about this many times on the channel, but obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so take what I say with a pinch of salt. There is no guarantees, and these are just price examples. Predictions that people have doesn't necessarily mean they're going to come to fruition. So I just want to be really clear on that. But for me, I personally believe that these numbers are realistic at least. And, I think that's fair to say. But you let me know in the comments below whether you agree or disagree with Ali here. Do you expect a $1.20 𝗕𝗓? Really interested to get your views and opinions. More asset price predictions here for Cardano 𝗕𝗓. Cardano 𝗕𝗓 could surge to $5 in 2025. Again, just these price predictions being called out. Do you think $5 is achievable? Let me know in the comments below. And then again, I like to highlight not just price predictions, because obviously that's all speculation, but the Cardano Foundation is increasing spending on core areas by 15% in the last year. Spending on adoption, operational resilience, and education rose to a whopping $22.1 million. And I think that these are the sorts of things that we should be seeing and talking about. $15 million was focused on driving real world blockchain applications. Foundation's assets total $659.1 million. Primarily held in Cardano 𝗕𝗓, about 76.7% of that, 15% in Bitcoin, and cash equivalents to about 8.3 million. Percent. I forgot my words out. So yeah, look, I want to keep everybody up to date with the I guess the background. Give you some sort of idea of where the focus is when it comes to Cardano 𝗕𝗓. And then look, the last article that I want to talk about is Cardano breakout as bullish pattern signals a possible 40% rally. And again, lots of talk of big numbers when it comes to Cardano 𝗕𝗓. So it brings me to the question that I've got for the community. What is a realistic Cardano 𝗕𝗓 price prediction that you've got? Obviously, nothing is guaranteed in crypto, but let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to check out the midnight airdrop videos in the description of this video.